You want to increase your self-love. You want to feel confidence. You want to feel secure. You want to feel that you choose to be the person that you are every single day, and there's no other person in the world you'd rather be than being yourself. This is the most powerful state of the human being. Expansive, unconditional self-esteem and self-love. The thing is that many times you have created a relationship with yourself that feels challenging. You have been disrespecting yourself, you have been unloyal to yourself, and you want to jump from that to being absolutely confident. There's a huge gap, and there are steps that we can take to create that self-love and that self-esteem within ourselves. So I'm going to be sharing with you the steps and the areas of the pyramid of self-esteem that are going to guide you to create a steady relationship with yourself and choose yourself like you have never done before. The first step in this pyramid is self-awareness. Instead of being the player, you take a step back and you take the ownership of the designer of the game. You can become self-aware and observing yourself of that what you are good at and that what you struggle with. I recommend you sitting with yourself and being radically honest and transparent. Self-awareness. Where is it that I expand and where is it that I shrink? Without self-awareness, there's no self-love, because you cannot love something that you don't know truly. This is the first step, as if you were dating someone. If you were dating yourself, who are you? Become curious in the space of self-awareness. Have curiosity to get to know who you are and how is it that you got here. In the second level, we have self-acceptance. This is the area in which you stop fighting with yourself, and you also don't identify with everything that is expressed to you. What do I want to say here? You can accept you have some moments of anxiety, but you don't recognize yourself as an anxious person. You can recognize that sometimes you're procrastinating, that sometimes you're human. You're accepting that you're human and you can see yourself for who you are. You can accept that sometimes you get lazy, but you feel laziness. It's not, I am a lazy person. Self-acceptance is, I can see, this is the way that I see it, I can see my emotions as visitors in my home. And I accept them in my home because if they are visiting, it's because they have something to share with me. But I don't make them my home. It's this clear, transparent lens to see yourself and all the pieces of the puzzle that compose you without wanting to change anything. Everything, just as in your body, every single organ has a function. You can see every single thought, every single fear, every single dream that you have is also showing you something about who you are. Self-acceptance means taking all the ingredients of that recipe one by one, knowing that none of them are primordial and none of them can change, but observing them so that you know what's available for you to make a recipe. The third layer that we have is self-worth. And here is when you reconnect with your inner value. When you recognize that there are no mistakes in the universe, and if you are alive, it's because there's something that makes you unique and only you can provide to the universe as a whole. Not because of what you do, not because of how you act. You are worthy and you matter just because you exist. And this is a recognition that, again, doesn't come from an entitlement. It comes from this inner groundedness, from this being rooted in the source that brought you here. It is knowing and discovering your place in the universe, which is as important as anyone else. Here is where you detach your value from your outcomes. Instead of you trying to prove that you're valuable because of that what you do, you start acting providing value to the whole because you know you are valuable. And you can only, if you have a jar with orange juice, you can only pour orange juice. So the value you give to others, the way that you relate to others, is just a reflection of that value that you know that you have. And everything around you is not validating you, it's just a mirror of that unconditional, radical self-love. Very important, self-respect. This is where you create boundaries around you. And boundaries are not a way of limiting the love that you give to others. Boundaries are a way to protect that what you know is the greatest gift that you can give to others. The way that I like to see it is, imagine that your inner world, you are a museum, and in this museum you have different rooms, all of them with a different exposition, right? These different rooms are the different areas of your life. When you have in the museum and a room that is full of art, that is rich, that you know that has a lot of value, you're going to put a safety guard at the entrance of that, and you're only going to allow certain people in at the time. There's certain conduct that people have to approach when they are inside of that room, because you know that is something that you value. If there's another room with an exposition that nobody wants to see, with an exposition that is like meh, that has been there forever, but you don't really think there's something for people to see there, you don't even have a safety guard. You're just inviting people, please come, enter to this room, no matter what you do, no matter how you behave, just come. Look at the areas of your life and check where is it that you have healthy boundaries. Maybe you have very good boundaries at work because you know that, well, I'm so smart and this is what I do and I provide value here. But maybe you don't have the same boundaries in your romantic life. So self-respect is, how is it that you're taking care of your garden so that you're not chasing butterflies, but you're growing the flowers that are going to attract them. And then we come to the top of this pyramid, which is self-esteem. And this is the reputation that you have with yourself, your relationship to self. Every single time that you say you're going to do something, every single time that you know there's something you care about, there's something that makes you happy, but you're unloyal to you. Every single time that you are promising things at the beginning of the year, but then at like 2 weeks after, you're not really following up with the plan that you know you deserve, your inner dialogue starts to take account of, maybe I'm not so valuable. Maybe I cannot trust her because she's not doing that what she said that she was going to do. Self-esteem is the day that you wake up and you choose to be yourself and nobody else on planet Earth, and it feels amazing. The day in which you feel that if you have other lifetime opportunities, you'll probably choose yourself again. Please share here in the comments what is the level that you are in right now. I feel that we can explore all of them all the time because we are human and this is a process, and this is exactly that, a relationship with ourselves that we build every single day. But write down where is it that you feel you're having trouble to break through, and I'm going to share with you an amazing protocol that you can use to work on that self-love. You can find me on Instagram as @elizabethramirez.co, and thank you for watching. Please share this with someone that you think is going to find it valuable, and I'm going to leave here for you another video on manifestation that is rooted on self-love that I know it's going to transform your life.